Stop right now. Yes, I'm talking to you. Have you ever wondered why this video appeared before your eyes at this very moment? Do you really believe this is by chance? No, my child. Nothing is by chance in this vast universe. I am Krishna, and I have silently watched your every step. I saw your tears fall when no one else noticed. I heard your quiet prayers made in the dark, when your faith was almost extinguished, and today I can no longer remain silent. What I am about to reveal to you has the power to shake everything you believe to be true. But before continuing, I need you to look inside yourself and answer honestly. Is there something in your life right now that seems too big, too heavy, impossible to overcome? If you feel this way, write yes, Krishna, because I need to know if your heart is truly awake to what comes next. Understand, there is a reason for this feeling of being lost. There is a reason for this pain to persist. There is a reason for your prayers to seem unanswered, and it is not what you imagine. More than 5,000 years ago, in the sacred field of Kurukshetra, I uttered words that have traversed the centuries, but hidden within them was a truth that few have managed to see. A truth so powerful that, the moment you understand it, your life will begin to change unexpectedly within the next few hours. However, I do not reveal this to just anyone. My beloved, I know exactly what you have lived through. I know the betrayal that still grips your heart. I know the nights when tears were your only companion. I know the absence felt in that empty chair at the table. I know the dream that crumbled when you believed in it most. I know the words that wounded you deeply and still echo within your mind. And I know that you have asked with a weary heart, "Why me, Krishna? Why did this happen to me? Where were you when I needed you most?" Oh, if you could see what I see, if you could understand that no tear was wasted, that every prayer was heard, that every moment of pain was a silent preparation for something greater than you imagine. But there is something urgent I need to tell you. You are about to make a choice, perhaps in the next few days, perhaps in the next few hours, and this decision will be a turning point. If you feel this now, write, "I am listening." This is not about religion. It is not about rituals. It is about you and the path that opens before your feet. I have been sending signs, 3 clear signs, and you have ignored them, and in them lies the key to everything you have been asking for. The first sign is this very moment, you watching this message while something inside you trembles. And yes, that someone is me speaking directly to you. In the Bhagavad Gita, I told Arjuna that whenever Dharma weakens and chaos grows, I return. But what few have understood is that I do not return only in physical form. I return through encounters, messages, precise moments like this. Your current situation is not punishment, it is preparation. That door that closed was not rejection, it was protection. That painful end was not destruction, it was a redirection. Remember this, the greatest battles don't happen outside. They happen inside the mind, the heart, faith. If this touches your soul, write Jai Shri Krishna. Everyone who has achieved something great has passed through the fire of doubt. Abraham passed through, Moses passed through, Buddha passed through, Arjuna passed through, and now it's your turn. My beloved child, I ask you a favor. Follow this channel, activate notifications, and support this message, because something powerful is being released here. And now prepare yourself, because what I'm about to say will thrill your soul. Even before you were born, before your first breath, before your parents met, I had already designed a perfect plan for your life, a divine architecture where even the pains had a purpose. That person who hurt you was a lesson. That missed opportunity was a necessary detour. That illness was an awakening. That financial crisis was training for the abundance that is approaching. And here is the truth that sets you free. You wait for a miracle, but you are the miracle. You ask for a sign, but you are the sign. Share this message with someone who needs to hear it. Don't ignore this impulse. This is your first step of faith. But be aware, there is an enemy that doesn't live outside of you. It dwells within, and every day it whispers that you are not enough, that it is too late, that your mistakes are too great, and today I have come to break this lie. My children, many are lost along the way because their eyes are distracted by the illusions of the world, and their hearts grow weary in the face of trials. Today I come to you not to judge your falls, but to reveal a message of wisdom born from the silence of the soul and eternal truth. I come to help you, to guide you, to remind you of who you truly are. Even when you forget yourself, the spiritual path is not as straight as many imagine. It is made of doubts, difficult choices, and moments when the weight of life seems greater than the strength that dwells within you. Many stray because they believe that making mistakes is failing, but I tell you, making mistakes is part of learning, and falling does not mean being lost. Lost is only he who gives up looking inward and listening to the voice of conscience. I am the one who guides but does not drag. I indicate the direction, but respect the pace of your step. When the mind is agitated and the heart fills with fear, it is a sign that you have strayed from the center, from your true self. Return, breathe, be silent. Within you there is a strength that does not depend on circumstances, a light that is not extinguished by storms. Many seek outside what has always been within. They look for answers in excesses, in desires that are never satisfied, in paths that promise immediate pleasure but leave emptiness afterward. I tell you, my child, true peace is born when you align your thoughts, your actions, and your heart with the truth. It's not the world that needs to change first, it's your perspective on it. Just as I did with Arjuna on the battlefield, I stand by your side in moments when you believe you are incapable. When life seems like an unfair fight, when responsibilities weigh heavily and fear paralyzes you, remember, you are not alone. I teach you to act without attachment, to walk without getting lost, to fight without hatred in your heart. Do what needs to be done, but don't let your ego guide your choices. Spirituality is not an escape from life. It is full presence in it. It is learning to go through pain without becoming bitter, to win without becoming proud, to lose without destroying yourself inside. Every experience that comes to you carries a lesson, even those that hurt. Trust the process because nothing happens without a greater purpose, even if your mind doesn't understand it now. I guide you when you choose the truth even when it's difficult, when you prefer honesty to deceit, when you choose love instead of revenge. Each small conscious step opens paths that your eyes cannot yet see. Don't rush, but don't fall asleep either. Time is precious, and life responds to those who walk with courage and awareness. My child, awaken. Recognize your strength, your dignity, your divine essence. You were not born to live imprisoned by fear or illusions that distance you from yourself. Walk with firmness. Keep your heart simple and your mind clear. Whenever you feel lost, return within. I will be there, silently guiding your steps, waiting for you to choose the path of wisdom and truth once more. Many walk without realizing where they are going, not because they lack strength, but because they have forgotten their own essence. The world speaks loudly, distractions are constant, and the mind becomes a field of invisible battles. Today I approach you with gentleness and firmness, not to impose truths, but to remind you of what has always been engraved in your soul since before time. I see how many are lost trying to please everyone, trying to fit into paths that were not made for their spirit. I see how many demand perfection from themselves and, at the slightest mistake, condemn themselves as if they were not worthy of moving forward. Listen carefully. The spiritual journey does not require you to be perfect. It requires you to be true. Truth heals more than any appearance of holiness. When life becomes heavy and you feel you are fighting against forces greater than your understanding, do not think that this is a punishment. Battles arise to reveal the strength you don't yet recognize within yourself. Just as a bow only becomes useful when it is drawn, the spirit is strengthened when it is challenged. Do not run from trials, but face them consciously, for I walk beside you in them. Many confuse spirituality with detachment from the world, but I teach you the opposite. Spirituality is being in the world without getting lost in it. It is acting, working, loving, deciding, making mistakes and starting over without abandoning the center of your being. When you act driven only by fear, pride, or uncontrolled desire, you distance yourself from your truth. When you act with righteousness, even in silence, you draw closer to me. Look inside and observe your thoughts. They are seeds. What you cultivate in your mind flourishes in your life. If you nurture resentment, you reap restlessness. If you nurture gratitude, you reap clarity. Do not underestimate the power of what you think when no one is watching. A disciplined mind is a temple. A disordered mind becomes a prison. I tell you, my son, Do not carry burdens that are not yours. Many pains you carry were born from the expectations of others, from old guilts, from promises that didn't need to be made. Learn to let go. Detachment is not abandonment. It is trust. It is understanding that not everything needs to be under your control to be under the order of the universe. When discouragement comes, and it will, do not identify with it. Observe it as a passing cloud. You are not the fear you feel. You are not the sadness that visits you. You are not the mistake you made. You are the consciousness that observes all of this. And this consciousness is eternal, firm and silent, even when the world seems to crumble. I guide you when you choose the right path even without applause. When you do good without expecting anything in return. When you remain true to your values even when alone. Do not think that these steps are small. They are what build the invisible path that, further on, will become clear before your eyes. Always remember, haste is born from insecurity. Trust in time. Everything blossoms at the right moment. The seed doesn't rebel because it's not yet a tree. It trusts the earth, the rain, and the sun. Be like the seed. Continue nurturing your faith, your inner discipline, and your awareness, even when the results don't yet appear. I am present when you silence the ego and listen to your intuition. I am present when you choose peace instead of conflict, truth instead of illusion, love instead of fear. Don't expect grand signs. My guidance often comes gently, like a whisper in the heart. Learn to listen. Walk, my child, with serene courage. Do not harden your heart because of the pain, nor become blind because of the achievements. Stay awake, humble, and steadfast. You are not late, you are not forgotten, you are not alone. Every conscious step you take towards the light is a step I walk with you. I call you not out of fear, but out of remembrance of the strength that dwells within you. Come, my children, seek God. For it is in the presence of the eternal that the spirit is strengthened and the mind is quieted. In times of darkness, many succumb to despair, but I tell you, darkness does not conquer those who keep the light burning within themselves. Evil spreads when man turns away from the truth, when he exchanges conscience for blind desire and faith for the illusion of control. I see your struggles, your silent pains, the conflicts you wage within your own hearts. Do not think that this goes unnoticed. Every tear held back, every inner battle, all is seen. But today I come to remind you that you were not created to live bowed down by fear. Believe, my children. Faith is not denying difficulty. It is facing it with firmness. When you seek God, you do not seek something distant, but the living source that sustains all things. It is from this source that the courage to resist is born to counter evil, have the clarity not to get lost, and the wisdom to act even when the path seems uncertain. Many wonder why evil seems so strong. It only seems strong to those who forget who they are. The spirit aligned with truth does not bend easily. When you choose righteousness, even if the world chooses deceit, you are already winning an invisible battle. Do not underestimate the power of an awakened consciousness. I will guide you, my children, but you must take the step. I cannot walk for you, but I can illuminate the path. When fear tries to paralyze you, remember, courage is not the absence of fear, it is a decision. A decision not to surrender, not to abandon your own essence, to continue even with a weary heart. There are achievements you cannot yet imagine, not because they are distant, but because they require inner transformation. Before conquering the world, you must conquer yourself. Before winning great external battles, it is necessary to silence the internal wars. I will lead you to places your mind cannot reach today, but your spirit already recognizes. These achievements are not merely material. They are achievements of peace, clarity, and purpose. They are victories over old fears, over patterns that imprisoned you, over pains that seemed eternal. When you align yourselves with God, everything begins to find its place. Chaos loses its power, and the path reveals itself step by step. Do not be deceived by appearances. Evil shouts, but truth remains. The ego demands, but conscience guides. Choose to listen to the voice that is born from silence, the one that does not confuse, does not oppress, does not destroy. This voice is the same one that calls you now to trust, to remain firm, to move forward. I am with you when you choose good even without recognition, when you maintain faith even without immediate answers, when you continue walking even with a wounded heart. Do not think this is weakness. This is mature spiritual strength. Come, my children. Do not delay your awakening. Seek God sincerely, not out of fear of evil, but out of love for the truth. Believe, for I will guide you, and in due time, you will look back and understand that what seemed impossible today was only the beginning of a journey far greater than you ever imagined. My children, approach with open hearts and awakened minds. I call you again because many still walk carrying burdens they were not born with. The world has become noisy, confusing, full of empty promises, and amidst this noise the spirit grows weary. But I tell you, there is still a firm path. There is still a truth that does not corrupt. There is still God as a source of strength to overcome any time of darkness. Come, my children, seek God not only with words, but with actions. Seek Him in the way you think, in the way you treat others, in the choices you make when no one is watching. That is how faith becomes alive. It is not a refuge to escape evil. It is a strength to stand before it without becoming like it. Evil grows when man forgets himself, when he distances himself from conscience and surrenders to impulses, anger, pride, and directionless desire. I see how many are tired, confused, questioning whether it is still worth remaining steadfast. Listen to me carefully. It is worth it. Every time you choose the truth, even if it hurts, something within you is strengthened. Every time you choose good, even in silence, the path aligns. Believe, my children. Faith is not closing your eyes to reality. It is seeing beyond it. There are forces at work that you do not see, but there is also protection, learning, and growth happening even in the most difficult phases. Nothing is in vain when the heart remains connected to God. What seems like a setback today will reveal itself as preparation tomorrow. I will guide you, but the journey requires presence. Do not walk on autopilot. Do not live merely reacting to what happens around you. Observe, learn, transform. Life is the battlefield where the spirit matures. Just as I guided Arjuna when fear tried to paralyze him, I also stand by your side when doubt tries to dominate. I do not withdraw from the fight, but I teach you to fight consciously. You will conquer things you don't even dare to imagine today. But know this, these conquests begin within. Conquering your own mind is the greatest victory. Mastering fear, attachment, and illusion is more valuable than any external triumph. When the inner self is organized, the outer self responds. When the spirit aligns, paths open. Do not confuse strength with hardness. True strength is being firm without losing compassion. It is saying no when necessary and remaining true to your own truth even when it costs you separation. Many have lost themselves trying to please the world and have forgotten to honor their own souls. Do not repeat this mistake. The world changes, opinions pass, but consciousness remains. Seek God in moments of silence, when the mind slows down and the heart speaks. There lie the answers you seek. Don't expect grand signs. Often guidance comes gently, like a persistent intuition, a nagging feeling that calls for change, a peace that arises when you choose the right path. Evil tries to confuse, hasten, and divide. God guides, organizes, and strengthens. Choose whom to listen to. Each decision builds a destiny. Don't let yourselves be carried away by haste or despair. Time works in favor of those who remain faithful to the truth, even when everything seems contrary. I walk with you when you choose to rise after a fall, when you transform pain into learning, when you refuse to become what hurt you. That is spiritual evolution. That is walking towards the light even while traversing shadows.